Check, 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 check. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dang, soon I get on here. Soon I get on here. The iPhone. I don't even know what my phone is. See how crazy that is? Y'all hold on a second. Make sure these people. I get back on them. Cause don't wanna miss no money. Alright. Y'all give me a second. Got that. I thought I had a little window before my phone started going off. You know what I'm saying? We just got a businesses, you know what I'm saying, and you know we got fam and stuff too, and I'm running it all in one spot. Everybody at the house, some people at work, but I work shoot from a computer. You know what I'm talking about? So at any given time, you know, stuff like that happens. I'm letting them know I'm still in the session, but at some point, you know, you just gotta break away, you know, and find your sanity. Cause when it's popping, man, like you get caught up in the real, you know, and you know, I love I'm happy to be back. You know, just a second, you know, got to give a quick shout out to everybody who's been supporting me on and offline. You know, a lot of the online stuff has been established through the business and me being of the music industry, entertainment industry, wedding industry, you know, so I deal with the public a lot, you know, and sometimes it becomes political, and you bump shoulders with, you know, if you check it out, my channel for the first time, you know, you can look at my past videos, you know, kind of give both sides of the story, but you know, for as my family, this channel really is for my family, just documenting, you know, my journey through genealogy, through research, through, you know, this online presence is not really needed, but it's needed. Because, you know, we have this problem, you know, everywhere. So, what's the problem? You know, most of us don't know who we are. That's the problem. A lot of stuff didn't happen. That's the problem. Moving forward progress. The absence of forward progress is the problem. And me, bro, Lawrence, man, you know, I just wanna make sure I'm doing my part on, you know, trying to solve that problem. You know, whether it's through my services, right? Because people got to eat at the end of the day. Got to feed their family. How they feed their family, whatever the thing is. Whoop. But you take care of that first, and then when it comes online, and building relationships, it's kind of tough, man, because everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be right. I ain't gonna lie. I dropped out of college. I said F college in the middle of my senior year. It's like, what? And people like, you a dummy for drop? Nah. And it was worth it to be able to have such a mentality. I'm stuck with some loans, yeah, and I ain't got, yeah. I mean, I got some structure, some order, some discipline up out of it. Education, yeah, what I'm saying. From the hood, you gotta. It's two different mindsets. It's for those who want to further their education. Not everybody don't want to further. They good where they at. Give me my numbers. You know what I'm saying? I know how to read. I know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? For what's right. And that's all I need. But when we lost in the sauce, we kind of forget who we really are. And I'm not here to kind of dictate who you are. This is my journey. So the information that I present on the screen, okay, deals with my journey. My journey might be a little different from yours, right? It's got to be different. Might meet back at a certain point, but it got to be different. So I salute those who's been tuned in, and I really don't say too much, but I kind of point out a few things that I feel like is the truth because of my genealogy, who through my maternal and paternal lineages, having traced back to the indigenous people here on the soil that you walk on right now, called North America, Turtle Island. Yeah. Before a Columbus, the Aboriginal people, First Nation people, right? So y'all give me a sec, man. I'm gonna share this out to a few people, man. If you tuned in, I greatly appreciate if you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I tell you what, while I'm sharing this, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my big homie, man, Rick Bang with Mississippi Flow. Y'all check him out, man, on YouTube. We got his music thing going. We came up, Hattiesburg stand up, Pine Belt stand up. We came in that area, man, on the music and everything. So this is the perfect time, man. Like, and then he's spitting because he one of them natural, them country boys, you know what I'm saying? And we all country at heart. When you banging this Mississippi, true Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, the whole South. It's a lot of stuff that went on that we got to understand. Is not necessarily, if it was mentioned at school, you might have been too small to be able to comprehend it or forgot it because it was so long ago. you know. So without further ado, bro, Rick Brand with Mississippi Flow. Y'all enjoy.
Lord, let the Mississippi River flow. Let it wash away my pain. I know folk that I never get to see again. Hope it wash away my pain. Yeah. My mom's from Clarksdale and my daddy's from Natchez, Mississippi. My folks from Chicago, they need to come home. On the 2-lane highway, we used to stop anywhere and go fishing. Go fishing, y'all. But those days are gone. I sat in the driveway on a little corn whiskey. Some whiskey. Just trying to be strong. I found out the hard way, life can get a little tricky. But you got to hold on, Lord, let the Mississippi River flow. Let it wash away my pain. I know folk that I never get to see again. Hope it wash away my pain. Yeah, this is the place where you lay your burdens down. Yeah, lay your burdens down. If a tree in the woods fall down and you never get to see it, never heard a sound. Thursdays and Fridays I'm gonna do a little bullshitting. But if you knew what's on my mind, give your people some flowers while they're here and still living. Cause we're running out of time. Lord, let the Mississippi River flow. Let it wash away my pain. I know folk that I never get to see again. Hope it wash away my pain. Lord, let the Mississippi River flow. Let it wash away my pain. I know folk that I never get to see again. Hope it wash away my pain.
Yeah. Rick Bang, Mississippi River Flow. Salute to you, King. Yeah, man, so you see the title. Yep. Gulf Coast Indian Mounds. Yep, that's where I'm at, man. I'm in Long Beach. You know, from Gula, though. Graduated from Pascagoula. You know. And so I've been down here for a little minute. I was born in LA, though. For some of y'all like to check records and stuff. Like, man, y'all crazy with all this stuff in this indigenous community, of both sides of the community when it comes to, like, man, look, yeah, I'm from Cali. Yeah, I was born in Cali, but, you know, the bloodline is Southern, right? You never know what people, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a flight or something, you know what I'm saying? You out of town. Your mom and them out of town, and then she just got in labor right there, you know. So, you know, still West Coast, still Lakers fan, you know what I'm saying. Found 49ers, you know, even Los Angeles Kings, Wayne Gretzky, you know what I'm saying. Back in those days, West Coast, Tupac, West Coast. Daz Dillinger, Mac Dre, West Coast. Alright. Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But that accent been gone. You know, I was a little kid, man. But you know, shit, I got out the mud on the coast though. You know what I'm saying? That dirty water. You know, but shoot. Hey, I got a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot out of it, let me say. But yeah, man, here we go. So I'm down here on the Gulf Coast, man. I thought instead of far as my research not going too far back, you know, let's say beyond the 1400s and stuff. But I try to keep it above that, you know. Far as the mounds are concerned, right? Because if you follow me, you already know I've been putting out some stuff with the mound builders, and you know, when I first got into this thing, I'm trying to figure out what would be cool to, for as my journey, what would I dig into first, and it was kind of around the mounds, you know. So you know, you have some of that on my page. You know, just check out the channel. You know, you'll see some of that. But today, in particular, we're going to be checking out the historic Graveline Bayou Mound. Okay, that's called the Graveline Bayou Mound. Okay, this is in Goshen, Mississippi. Let me share my page right quick. Share screen. Boom, boom, stream yard. Allow. Ooh, that crawfish in the back, man. We was dumped. Ooh, y'all just don't understand. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, okay. Historic Graveline Bayou Mound evokes memories of early American Indians. This has been first published January 2nd, 2019, and I guess updated and posted. No, I said that wrong. 2010 and updated 2019. Okay. I can't click on that to see, but we got a picture of that coming up. But this is in Goshen. We say Goshen, Mississippi. I remember when I first saw it, I thought, not knowing who the name came from and the history, the influence on the names on the Gulf Coast would tell you a lot. Look at the names across the states, southern states. You know, even your, you know, it's everywhere. But man, you could tell the who's who. You know, far as the conquering. You know who, you know, by the name, right? So this is Goshen. If y'all can hear me, please let me know. I want to make sure. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what you're gonna go for. Hopefully it turns out that everything is A1. Yeah. Alright, so Goshen, Mississippi. Prehistoric Native Americans once lived in Goshen, as evidenced by garbage dumps of broken pottery, bones and oyster shells, particularly along the beach. The earliest identifiable group, the Woodland Indians, who are believed to migrated originally from Asia into Alaska as early as 30,000 years ago, and then across the whole of the Americas, as left evidence of their occupation by building mounds for ceremonial and burial purposes. Right? Let's keep going. Let's see. Most of these mounds have been destroyed by urban development, but one may be seen on Barracuda Drive. And I knew I should have. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, Barracuda Drive, because this right here where I'm at. All right. So it is thought by archaeologists to have been built circa 400 to 600 AD after the ascension Okay, after Jesus. The Mississippi historic marker erected at the site reads, okay, oh yeah, Graveline Bayou, Indian Mound. The nearby Easter Mound was built by prehistoric Indians during the late woodland period between 4 and sound like we just said that. But the mound's flat summit was used for ceremonial purposes, listed in the National Register of Historic Places. It is one of the few remaining Native American mounds on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. A 2000 archaeological report by John H. Blix and C. Baxter Man for Mississippi Department of Archives. Yep. In the history gives more details on the small ramp platform mound located on an undeveloped lot. That's real. The original mound contours may have been modified by erosion. You know who else will be talking about that erosion when it comes to them pyramids? You already know. But it's clear that the mound was constructed in a rectangular shape. Blitz and Man wrote, the excavation unit profile reveals the mound to be 1.65 meters high, but it's probably reduced in height from post-construction erosion to an unknown degree. 6 other mounds were found near the mouth of the Graveline Bayou in earlier investigations, suggesting that the Graveline Mound is the largest of what may be multiple mound center. So we got mounds down here on the coast. Yeah. We got mounds too. If true, Graveline would be the only known coastal multiple mound center between the northwest Florida coast and Louisiana. Louisiana. Early excavations yielded highly decorated ceramics and, in some cases, evidence of communal feasting. The mound was added to the National Register of Historic Places as the Graveline Mound site in 1987. Yo. Okay. A 1936-37 compilation of historical data on Jackson County by Susie B. Powell tells of other mounds. We gotta check out Miss Susie Powell in another bill. So I got some more stuff coming up, but we gonna keep going. Okay, some appear to be only in a pile of shells covered with thin layer of soil. Now, some of these shells are important to the Gulf Coast because they usually use it for pavement as well. You know, for the forts and stuff. All right, and we got forts on the Gulf Coast. Yup. According to the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia 2007 edition, mound builders in North American archaeology is the name given to those who constructed the mounds in a large area from the Great Lakes. And we already know what's in the Great Lakes. Go, y'all. To the Gulf Coast of Mexico, to the Gulf of Mexico and the Mississippi River of the Appalachian Mountains. The term mound builders arose when the origins of the monuments were considered mysterious, with most European Americans assuming that the Native Americans were too uncivilized for their accomplishment. In 1894, Cyrus Thompson of the Smithsonian Institution concluded that the mound builders were in fact Native Americans. What? Is that so? Native Americans. Okay. Built over a long period of time by very different types of societies, ranging from mobile hunter-gatherers to sedentary farmers. Many mounds served as burial spots or funerary monuments. Others were temple mounds, platforms for religious structures. Burial mounds were especially common during the Middle Woodland period 100 BC before Christ to the end of the census. You know what I'm saying? While timber mounds predominated during the Mississippi period after AD 1000. Next week, more old story of Marcus. So yeah, we gotta go check out the Graveline Mound site. But I want to use this time to kind of, I'm gonna give a shout out to my homie Eric Newsom, man. We got a little project that we working on called the Pearl River Project, man. And as you can see on the channel, right? You can see some of what we've been, exploring and as of yet. Our next stop is over there in Pearlington. Some of them Gulf Coast mounds. But that's the thing, though. We are bringing you the significance of the Pearl River, right? How, man, y'all just don't understand, like, Mississippi, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? That Mississippi River, but the Pearl River come out the same Gulf of Mexico the Mississippi River comes out of. So it's important, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things that went on that river, and we want to bring that information to you. We're gonna highlight pretty much those areas. Matter of fact, before we go on, let me see if I can bring it back. Hey. All right, so I'm gonna mute up and I'm gonna play the video. This is the promo to the Pearl River. You know what I'm saying? What we got going, and we be down there Pearlington next because it's in our backyard. It's in our backyard, and I'm just giving you one today, the Graveline Mounds. But here's the promo for the Pearl River Project.
Welcome to the Pearl River Project. This is Eric Newsom, along with Brother Lawrence. We are currently at Red Bluff. We are preparing to bring to you more scenes like this, show you something new about a place that's right up under your nose that many of us overlook.
Yeah. We out there. So, that's the beginning part of it. And, we going to different towns along the Pearl River, trying to not necessarily educate you, but, what I'm saying, give y'all something new. Is new to the scenery, Some of these places you may have never known about it. And it still pertains to the, like the original people to the Americas, and they left behind evidence. So we can look at those artifacts and we can tell the who's who did what based on how they did it, right? So shout out to Brother Newsom, man. We got a lot to do, and Pearlington is on the way. Actually, when I was doing my research on it, they did say that that property was private. Like it was a property where you couldn't explore. It wasn't for researchers. I might not have the proper terminology. What I'm trying to find is right down my tongue. It won't come out. But you know what I'm talking about. You can go over there. We're gonna see and see if we can get in touch with a few people and see what's what. Because we do got the drone, and if we can get at least a few hundred You know what I'm saying? A couple of 100 yards out. You know, we should be all right to, you know, get as high and overlook miles away, you know, and probably zoom in. So that's what we got. We got technology on our side. We can't go into this thing without no methodology. We can't go on around this thing, you know what I'm saying, like with no plan. So we boots on the ground, you know, going to these different areas, and we giving it to the people, right? And we enjoy doing it because, you know, we're not only seeing, you know, the traces of our ancestors. We learning, you know. We all learning, and we building these networks as we go along, as we go along, as we go along. Yeah. So back to it. All right, let me see. Graveline Bayou Mounds. Share screen. Let's see. StreamYard. Allow. Yeah. So we just got through with that one right there. So this I just brought this up so y'all know how to pronounce these names that I used to say Gautier. Don't come on the code talking about some Gautier. I am from Gautier. You ever been to Gautier before? Don't do it. Go see, it says Gaucher, pronounced Gaucher or Gaucher, depending upon whom you ask, is a young and growing city of the heart of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Alright. You know what I'm saying? Got a little few pictures. Yeah, they make it. Okay, yeah, they got that. For sure. They're like a swamp. Actually, their high school is the Gator. Their mascot is the Gator. The Gaucher Gators. Right? Because it's swamps. Marshland. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's right. We on that water, man. So, you know, some of this stuff ain't, you know, ain't silent. Some of it ain't silent. Right? So, let's go. Oh, yep, here's the Graveline Bayou Indian Mound historical marker. Okay, and we read what was on there. We're gonna read it again because that's what it is. The Graveline Bayou Indian Mound. The nearby earthen mound was built by prehistoric Indians. Okay, on we're gonna pause right here because it said the word Indians. All right. So in my lineage, right, and it's Choctaws, right? On an obituary, right, it brings up Indians that my great grandmama come from. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Iowa. Yeah, Iowa don't want nothing over here on the Gulf Coast. So probably somebody wants some extended warranty or something. But yeah, right here, man, Indians, man, y'all already know on this channel, me, you know, we Choctaw, all right, and on my dad is Creek. But yeah, there's probably some Africans in between all that, you know, and some Europeans and all that on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is, you know. But I think we got enough for the African stuff. You know what I'm saying? So meet this page along for my family. We talk about the side that, you know, don't nobody want to talk about, but I do. So I feel like, you know, if my family having an obituary since the 70s, about my my second great grandma. Oh, it was my great grandmama's obituary, but it was in the biography, right? They give you a little, rundown where you're from, who your mama was. So in this particular obituary, it talked about her mother being Indian, and her mother as well descended from Indian. Now, that's where I came in at. I was like, oh, this the farthest we go. So this channel is devoted to that aspect of figuring out who my people are. Huh? What? Yeah? Huh? I don't care about no DNA test. Hell no. DNA test? Hell no. So, I'm gonna go with my people say. My people say we come from India. Hey, we rocking with that. With you, I'm Indian. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm Indian in the sense that that's what's part of me. That's not the whole me. I'm African too. I'll eat your ass too. Nah, we ain't doing that over. But yeah, man, we actually, man, it's a lot of mush running around. It ain't too many just fluid blooded, whatever. You might come from some fluid blood, but you yourself right now, as you talking right now, may not be no fluid blood. Tell me I'm lying. Big thanks, big thanks. Right? Hey, and you know what? I could be completely wrong, and I'm over break it down that their mamas and daddy, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody, cause it could get quite complex after about 4 generations. I know, cause people who do genealogy, that's a big tree on that 4th generation, and I'm quite sure every last one of those probably are not Indian or European or African. You probably got a mixture of I don't know. It's up to debate. It depends on the family. I know. But this channel, this is my journey. So when I put it out there, this is my truth. It's not to say that you're not who you say you are. I am not saying that. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about Indians, I feel like I'm talking about my people. Heard? My people put it on it. That's what we rocking with. We ain't. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. If you come from that, you come from that. If you don't, you don't. All of me don't. So I'm fine with that. But we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna tell both sides of the story. It's a lot of half truths out there, and most of us in the indigenous community want to set the record straight. Okay, that hey, remember when we was kids, even, and I bet you it might not have been you, because I felt like it wasn't even me, but I heard other kids get picked on because they said they had Indian in their blood. And me, I'm sitting there like the African, like, you talking to me, I'm black, I'm fast, and I'm ain't nobody whooping mine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm having that, that attitude. So, it's a bunch of us over here. We in that village in a way, bro. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Carpet Village, stand up. I love each and every one of y'all, from one end to the other end. You know what I'm talking about? Had to fight my way through the whole thing, but that's how I go down in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We bestest friends. And everybody know the who's who, everybody mama. You might get your tail whooped down there on the other end and get it whooped on the same day on the way on the way back. And then your mom and them had to deal with it. Let me keep this thing back on subject though. We talking about these mounds. right? So, but that's my, I don't, because I used to bang the Pan-African side, like everybody from Africa, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? It kind of mentally, I felt like I was in the same position when I was a Christian. That was the first conscious community to me. All this studying, you got a book dictating, you know what I'm saying, how to live your life, which I don't knock. It's actually a pretty good book. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take most of that stuff literal, but they may have some stuff, and they do have stuff within it, along with the Quran, and along with other books. I'm the type of person, man, just take what you can use out of it to apply to your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? If it make you a better person, then go at it. If you open minded, you can cross reference with a Quran. Come on, you can't beat that brother. That brother he gonna give it to you from both sides. You know what I'm saying? A more solid reasoning. You know what I'm saying, to the madness or whatever subject you're talking about. If it came to religion, whatever. But to each his own, man. We more spiritual than religious now. But yeah, but hope everybody's doing well, man. I appreciate you if you tuned in, even on the rewind, even on the rewind. You know what I'm saying? Replay, I meant to say. You know what I'm saying? That you're enjoying the information so far, especially from Gulf Coast, man. You don't know about this stuff. You're like, oh, we got an Indian mound over there. I wonder what it's like. They probably got grass and trees growing off on the side. Ain't no telling, but we just tapping in on the Graveline Bayou Indian Mound, right? So again, the nearby Eastern Mound was built by prehistoric Indians during the late woodland period between 400 and 700 AD. The mound's flat summit was used for ceremonial purposes, listed in the National Register of Historic Places. It is one of the few remaining Native American mounds on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You heard? Mississippi Department of Archives and History. That's in 2002. It came. I mean, y'all pay attention to them historical markers, man. That got some great deal of history as it pertains to what went down, you know what I'm saying, that particular area, so make sure we still going on in there, y'all. Let's make sure everything's okay. Yeah. All right, so there's some artifacts found on where's there? Can somebody tell me where there is at? All right. Artifacts found on Gulf Coast. So we in Bay St. Louis now. I might say I ain't gonna go through all this. Let's see, Google. And we're gonna say Bay St. Louis. Bay St. Louis. Bay St. Louis. Google search on Bay St. Louis. Alright, you ain't get a reason right and burn. This is what we talking about. Wow. So as you can see right here, this is Bay St. Louis right here. I'm right here. Long Beach. Past Christian Yam, Gulfport, you know what I'm saying, Gulfport, then it come like Biloxi, shout out to Biloxi, B-Town, Ocean Spring, you got like D'Iberville, St. Martin, you know what I'm saying, I got Gaucher, we just got through talking about the mounds, over there, they I probably can go right to it, it's right off of 90, let's see, Hey, if you actually look at some of this stuff, you can tell like on hey baby boy.
I got you something.
You got me something? What you got me? You got me raisins?
Yep.
You must love me.
Mhm.
You love me?
Yeah.
How much?
You this tall.
What? I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Daddy's going live right now. You want to say hey to the people?
Where are the people?
The people, the people are in space. They like on the other side on YouTube. You want to say hey to them?
Yeah.
Say hey to them. They gonna hear when we done recording.
Oh.
You want to say hey to them?
Yeah.
Come over here and say hey to them.
What's his name?
What's the? You could just say people. Hey, hey everybody. Come on this side.
What's on?
The mic over here.
Oh.
Don't be scared. Go ahead. You always.
Probably nervous.
They probably nervous.
Mhm.
Oh, why they probably nervous?
I don't know.
I don't know. Are you so tell me a little something about you. You're are you Indian?
Yeah.
Who told you you were Indian?
My own dad.
Your own dad?
Mhm.
That's right.
His name is Greg again.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, Daddy gotta finish go talking.
There's only one people, Greg.
It's only one people?
Yeah, Greg.
Yeah.
There's only
that's right.
one people, Greg.
One people, Greg?
Mhm.
That's right.
Is it here?
Is it here?
Yeah.
No.
Is
I'm
it
talking about the people online.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So is it like there?
That's the mic.
Oh, that's the mic.
Yeah, I'm talking like I'm talking in here.
Mm.
So you can hear.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you for the raisins, okay?
Yeah.
I love you.
I need some more. Hold on.
I'm good. Thank you. Close the door.
Let me know if you want some more.
All right. Thank you. Boy, don't close that door. You gotta close the door, boo. Yeah, he ready to play. We were playing to go parking a little bit, but right here, some good raisins. Hope y'all like raisins. Anybody out there like raisins? Hold on, make sure we still going live. All right, so they're like a ship or something right there, huh? Is that a ship? That can't even be no ship. Oh, that ain't no ship. It just look like that. But that's oh man. Cat Island. Where's Horn? They had a base on a fort on one of these things. On one of these islands, man. I remember when we were kids, man. This I knew, I just didn't have it all, man. But we had some, white boys we played ball with. We go over their house. They parents attorneys and shit, you know what I'm saying? They had like the jet skis and stuff. So, I got to experience some real life stuff right there, at a young age. But, at the expense of the white people, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, cool. I'm down for some fun. You know what I'm saying? It was all love back in the day, and it still is, you know what I'm saying? Cause, it's a different day, man. We're about working and having our own, but in the meantime, you gotta learn to coexist. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't just that type of person who's just like not say anything when somebody speak to me. Every time. Great rating though. So, it's a fort on one of these islands. You know what I'm saying? It's a fort. I think it's a fort in Gula. No. That's gonna be another episode. We'll talk about them forts And look like we were talking about them forts and stuff. It might be, I don't know. Let me get up out of that, man. We don't, you know what I'm saying? But I was just showing you where Bay St. Louis is, which is right here when we were talking about these mounds. But what I just got through talking about is Gaucher, and it's right over here. Okay, so we go check them out, man. They right down the road, and I'm right here. I'm in Long Beach, y'all. Shout out to Gulfport, man. I'm over here. So we staying there right by Bay St. Louis, right? So Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, right? Archaeologists believe they have uncovered evidence, and this was in 2006, by the way, by Associated Press. Desert News. Bay St. Louis archaeologists believe they have covered evidence of an ancient village, possibly dating back to the time of Christ. So while y'all, you know what I'm saying, being saved over that way, man, we over here we already over here. We are already over here. That once thrived along the shores of the Gulf Coast community. Okay, the artifacts were unearthed during recent efforts to rebuild a thoroughfare and major bridge heavily damaged last year by Hurricane Katrina. Oh man, Katrina. Ugh. Man, shout out to the survivors. Shout out to those who came up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It displaced a lot of people, man. But you should take that like history sometimes when migrations and catastrophes happening. Motherfuckers had to get out of town. But not everybody made it, you know what I'm saying? And some people was able to get up out of there. Some people stayed. That's just how it be, you know? But only the strong survive. Marco Giordano, an archaeologist acting as the sea liaison on a dig to preserve. Hey, speaking of these digs, I did put out to the universe about this excavation. We're going to do the first excavation on the Gulf. Nah, we're going to do the first. Let me stop trying to do. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into some more stuff that we are doing for the first time dealing with these events. But I'm going to get this information out first. And then, we'll get into that. But, the whole little first thing, that ain't me. But I just want to bring some new stuff to the scene. That's all. And switch our swag up a little bit. All right, so the area was very strategic and would have allowed them to travel, fish, and hunt, he said. It's on high ground and an entrance to the bay, which would allow them to see people coming in. They could defend themselves a lot easier. So they're talking about the elevation of the geography. All right. Giordano says spearheads and pottery found in the area suggest an Indian tribe established the village sometimes between 200 BC and 400 AD. Yeah. The first sign of ancient Indians were found while workers were repairing parts of Beach Boulevard that Katrina destroyed last year. So yeah, Katrina came in 05. This is 06 when they writing this. So in the midst of all that stuff that came up, you know what I'm saying, you have some jewels, right? Several times man-made vaults and pockets may have been cut through the mound to bury the bodies of high-ranking village members and possibly their belongings. One reason the mound has remained unearthed for more than 2,000 years is as lackluster appearance. Early French settlers believed the mound, at the 50 feet wide or less than 6 feet tall, was a natural ground formation. For most of the previous century, the mound was covered by large oak trees. Shout out to the live oak. We already know what them about. All right, and hidden behind massive beachfront homes, Katrina destroyed most of the homes in Bay St. Louis, including the ones that had protected the mound for so long. The mountains essentially off limits to researchers because it sits on private property. Okay, so this the one. All right, so the one in Pearlington I think is good, but this the one I had researched. I was talking about earlier that was on private private property, right? So but a lot of relics found so far have been scattered through the village area. If human remains are discovered in a village area, federal law requires researchers to locate and return the sacred discovery to whatever Indian tribe may have occupied the village at that time. Give us back our land. How about that? How about that? Give us back our land. Give us back our land. Give us back our land. Which could be a tricky thing to do. Journalists say the hunt for exactly which tribe established the village could last even longer. So yeah, you do got come. We know that the ancestors of the Choctaw Indians were here when the French came. So that make my people original, aboriginal, whatever you want to call it, the original people of the land. We know that the ancestors of the Choctaw Indians were here when the French came. But where the French came? They came to the Gulf Coast, Beanville, D'Iberville. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, but rather, we don't know what they said. However, scientists have located ancient garbage heaps, archaeology known as middens, next to places where they believe village dwellings once stood. Archaeology can often find evidence left in midden what other villagers ate, which could give them important clues about the civilization itself. Ooh, excuse me. I do believe that when we talk about the Choctaws, I don't think they were light-skinned people. I think they were dark-skinned people. I seen a picture of my second great grandma, and she was, of course, dark-skinned, but she had some features like, I could see like the strong cheekbone type deal, and I see it in my uncle too. You know what I'm saying? And I see my auntie look. You know what I'm saying? But I talk to all my great aunts, man, and they tell me about the Indian stuff, and I'm still in the process of talking with different family members to see if they know any extra information to help me out on my search. Yeah. So, Mississippi Transportation Department archaeologists who are leading the search for artifacts decline to comment on the work for fear of grave robbers and treasure hunters. We don't need we don't need to call attention to it because the looters and we are not able to speak on due to federal law, said the Lisa Siegel. I wonder if she's kin to Benny Siegel. Or let me stop. A department spokeswoman. What impact discovery may have on oh shit. Y'all need to stop. City leaders were working with the states, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just I ain't going through all this. I'm gonna put this link. Should be a description somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? This is let's see. Yeah, Mississippi Department of Transportation could be facts. Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave these links down in the description because I really want to get to you know what I'm saying, these markers, man. Y'all gotta go check out the markers, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Natchez Trail. Hey, that Natchez Trail got some stuff on now. Shout out to Natchez. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the crew of Natchez Indians. They have an annual event that be off the chain, like no other. Big event, and I be having to do videography for it about 5 years, and then COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we be back. You know what I'm saying? With back going. You know, so Grand Village of the Natchez Indians. Although this is not on the Gulf Coast, but what I do want you to realize or to place your eyes on is this. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse, but you see this disc right here. This circle disc. It's a serpent, right? And it's a name for it. Okay. And I'm about to link our people as a migration from the South America. How about that? This ain't no connection right here. Tell me I'm lying. Huh? What's this right here? Who you know with these symbols right here? Huh? And we not like, you know what I'm saying? We got different shades of, you know what I'm saying? You know, black people, brown people, you know what I'm saying? We got different shades of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know it's dark down that way. No. You more than raising good. They real good right now. Oh. California, hey, sun dry. I want to see, they talking about sun made. You got that little lady up there, she light skinned. But I wanted one of them old Angel Memes looking up. You know what I'm saying? How they whitewash stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Talking about y'all don't go up out here right here. This is the Grand Village of Natchez Indians. Why the disc? Look, it's on all of them. 8 miles. If you want to know what mounds are in Mississippi, here they are right here. 8 miles and Gorilla Mounds, Ocala Mounds, Batesville. Let's check them out, man. You know what? I'm gonna leave this in. It's a link. I don't know if y'all can see that. MississippiMarkers.com. MississippiMarkers.com. You know what I'm saying? So, and you see they got it on all of them. Carry Mounds, Christmas Mound. I bet you didn't know a mound name. Foster Mounds, Glass Mounds, you know what I'm saying? Grace Mounds, Grand Village. Oh yeah, we just got to do them. Yeah. Haynes, Bluff. Woo. What's up with Haynes Bluff? They gonna call it a Bluff. Haynes Bluff originally considered one of the largest 3 smaller power farms. Oh, so Haynes Bluff got the miles. Mounds A and C remain, while Mounds B and D were destroyed in 1967. Mound A, the largest at the site, was originally 30 feet tall. Wow. 30 feet tall. And has a ramp extended towards the south. The mounds were built by Native Americans. See, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Alright, well, beginning in the Coles Creek period. Circa AD 850 and containing well into the 18th century. The latest mound stages contain glass beads and other trade items of European origin. So, of European origin. So, are you saying during the Coles Creek period, so the mounds were built? So, if they were built, these European beads, am I looking at this wrong? Am I looking, are we on to something? Have Europeans been here before 1492? Yes, yes, yes. And I have the evidence to, you know what I'm saying, to prove that. We're gonna get into it, but we're gonna take our time with it, right? And it's gonna mess up the whole historical, you know what I'm saying, thought about what is true and what is not as true. Cause we looking at arguments right now, you know what I'm saying, when they say Christopher Columbus sailed here, discovered the Native Americans, people are already here, whatever, and you know what I'm saying, and slavery happened. Nah, they been over here trading. They been over here. And guess what? And we gonna use the Pearl River to prove it. If you go up the Pearl River, listen, we could go back. Let's go back. If you go, shout out to Lake Pontchartrain, and we gotta go. This is where we going. So we just left from Bay St. Louis. We was in Gaucher, right? You got Lakeshore, and we got Pearlington right here. See, this is you're not gonna get this nowhere. Pearlington, which is probably majority of white folk. You know what I'm saying? I probably seen one or two, you know what I'm saying, black folks from that area, but you know, I ain't really just been all through here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even got no houses. You know, this is a bunch of, you might got a little something like that. That's so far in between. You know what I'm saying? But look, Pearl River. This the Pearl. You see that Louisiana, Mississippi, and what's right there? That Pearl River. I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all can see that right there. But this is important. This is important. Right there, you know, the Gulf is feeding it. Or should I say the Pearl River is feeding the Gulf? You know what I'm saying? But you know, the Mississippi River and the Pearl River come out right here. So shout out to Tapatoodles, right there, Slidell. Shout out to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? The city. Shout out to Lacombe, Ponchatoula. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. So, you know, anyway. So we was just in Bay St. Louis, but this is where we coming to for the next Pearl River project. We got a few things on it, but you know, I gotta go over there. You know what I'm saying? If I could take the drone over there and we get some real nice footage. You know what I'm saying, for the people. You know, and yeah. So we're going to in another lot. We're gonna get into all that, but we're gonna try to bring it back to this Gulf Coast mound deal. So yeah, we're looking at Haynes Bluff, but how can I back out though? Okay. So you got the Hollywood Mounds. Come on now, let's see what they talking about. Hollywood. Hollywood Mounds originally consisted of a large platform mound surrounded by a series of smaller mounds. At 20 feet in height, Mound A is the site's central feature and was once enclosed by 3 sides by connected mounds forming an embankment. Whew. These razors though. These boundary mounds, as well as 3 mounds to the east of the mound, were plowed down by the mid-20th century and where locations have been found consistent. The mounds were built by Native American people during the Mississippi period, AD 1260. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the club. I got my people with me. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Man, if I'm see, I DJ. But if I'm in your club, I mean, if I'm in another club, I want to hear that song. Right? It's going down. They play that song. Johnson, Cemetery Mound, Jake Town. See, Johnson. See, I don't think they'll call. I don't think they'll call the. I don't think they'll call the mound after a white man, would it? I don't know. A European. Should I call him a European? Is that more politically correct? Getting technical. The Johnson Cemetery site considered a single mound associated with the village, whatever we do, we'll say the mound. I don't know who Johnson though. So we got Leslie Mound, Mount Helena. I heard of Mount Helena when I was a kid. I wonder where that's at. Mount Helena may have had as many as 3 mounds in the past. The remaining mound is 26 feet high, but its original dimensions were even more impressive. Roughly 10 feet of the mound field were removed about 1900 prior to the construction of the colonial revival. Home now located at the summit. The flood deposits have likely buried several more feet as its base. Native Americans built the mound by altering layers of the clay and sand during the Mississippi period. Whoa. I heard of that when I was, a little younger. Solomon Mounds, Smith Creek Mounds, Swan Lake, got the Windsor, got the Winterville. So that's, you know what I'm saying. What they doing, man? What they doing? So yeah, man, this is Mississippi Markers. That's Mississippi Markers, right here. Mississippi Historical Markers. But it's MississippiMarkers.com. All right. So what I'm about to do is get into this book that I got called Ancient Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? If you need, just pause on a replay. They'll be up for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? But it's on like PayPal, not PayPal, but either Amazon or eBay, probably Amazon. It's called Ancient Mississippi. It wasn't that much, probably like $15-$20, but it was, I wanted to see what they talking about. And they brought up these discs. They giving the connection of the disc. I said, oh wow. I wonder who know this. Right? So even if it's been put out there before, which I'm quite sure it has, this is my journey. This is me getting into it, So the book is called Ancient Mississippi. Okay, it might have the name on there after I bring it up, but here we go. We're gonna get into it, and we got. Let's see if we can. Yeah. Chapter 10: The Mysterious Issaquena disc. That's a county right there in Mississippi. In 1870, a sandstone disc measuring 8.5 inches across and 1 inch deep was unearthed from a Mississippi mound that creates a problem for historians. Okay, the artifact was found on the Grace Mound site in Issaquena County and clearly depicts imagery associated with the Central American deity Quetzalcoatl. I forgot how to say that, but y'all know, y'all see the Q-U-E-T. You don't see that nowhere but going down south. Say it with me now. South. S-O-W-F. South. right? South America, Central South America. The Grace Mound site displays evidence of occupation as early as 7000 BC. There are 3 mounds on the site, 2 of which pyramidal, yeah, and likely served as the base of a temple of a chief's house. Artifacts have been found which indicate it was occupied throughout the late Archaic period, Poverty Point period, and a larger occupation lasted until 1860 AD. The site, though, is about 25 miles to the northeast of Poverty Point. Due to the lengthy period of habitation, the site, boom. All right, we got some color here. So yeah, we still in the book Ancient Mississippi. That's by Brandon Hurd, right? Who has at least a degree, I think, in the comment, not the comment, but in I forget the section at the back where it tells a little bit about the author, right? It tells a little bit about himself. And you know what I'm saying? To be having a conversation, you'll think he knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, trustworthy. You know, got degrees, got, you know what I'm saying, woo, got a few certifications. He's military. You know what I'm saying? So he's seen the world. He's been out of his state. He's been out of his country. You seen, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was, you know, hey, bro, bring it to the table. I ain't heard of this stuff before. They don't talk about this in the schools, so I'm bringing it to you, right? And that's like a connection to the Aboriginals of, you know, Mexico to South America, you know, all that good stuff right here because of this symbol right here is in the mounds. Yeah. And this is, you know what I'm saying, let's go. Marshall W. Anderson in Centerville, Ohio, the apparent finder of the artifact, wrote to the publisher about the relic. The contemplation of the stone excited in me. An archaeological interest I have never found before. This is understandable as the artifact depicts the several researchers who have examined it say is a Toltec style depiction of the Mesoamerican deity of Quetzalcoatl. I know I'm saying like that. I went to the wiki, put it in to try to see how to pronounce it before I got up on this thing and still could pronounce it. It's Quetzalcoatl of today. So it is very interesting that the distinct symbol for the Mesoamerican deity was buried at a Native American site in the Mississippi Delta. Right? The depiction of Quetzalcoatl as a winged serpent first appeared in the old McCarthy's around 900 BC period. He was worshipped by the Mayans, Aztec, and Toltec, although under varying mythologies, a common picture of Quetzalcoatl in human form is that of the bearded white man who brought knowledge and teachings into peace. This is odd in the natives of Mexico and Central America could not grow facial hair. What? This is odd in the natives because not that the natives of Mexico and Central America could not grow facial hair. Some interpret the description to represent the presence of Jesus in the Americas. When the conquistador Cortez arrived in Mexico in 1591, the Aztec king Montezuma II thought him to be prophesied return of Quetzalcoatl with disastrous results. Alright, Mr. Anderson, beginning from Ohio, is perhaps how, according to the 9th article by William Abel, the artifact came reside at the Ohio State Museum. In the article, Abel suggests that the Insakina disc is symbolic signatory item meant to represent peace treaties among Native American tribes throughout the Southeast during the Mississippian period. There are distinct similarities on the backside of four similar discs found at various locations in the Mississippi Valley and southeastern United States. This still does not address the mystery of the Toltec style image on the front. The ABA article contains other clues as to the meaning and origin of the disc. He notes that the first of the signatory disc was found on Loris Terrace of the large temple mound on the Etowah River near Cartersville, Georgia. Presumably the site was known as the Etowah Mounds. The Etowah Mound site lies 66 miles southeast of the controversial Track Rock Gap site in the Chattahoochee National Forest. The Native Americans from this area were known to war with the people of Mounds via Alabama. No, my people. The Choctaws over in Alabama, where a similar disc was found. So the area of peace treaties being needed is sound. Geologist Scott Rauter conducted a thorough examination of evidence which suggests a Mayan presence in Georgia. His request to visit the Track Rock site was denied by park administrators. What are they afraid of? Undeterred. He commissioned an aerial laser radar called LiDAR survey of the Track Rock site, which revealed a complex of stone structures assembled in a fashion suggesting Mayan architectural design. So, based off, what they saw, they seen the similar stuff that was being built, in Mexico and South America, right? An X-ray diffraction analysis of clay samples from Georgia and specimens of Mayan blueprint he collected in Mexico revealed that they matched almost perfectly. Apparently, the clay used to be the Maya blue paint used on ancient temples in Mexico came from Georgia. He also visited mound sites which, when excavated, revealed skeletons with cranial deformation of the same type performed on Mayans elites. Right? Excavated revealed skeletons with cranial deformation. So the same thing with the Maya. He was presented images of copper plates found in North Georgia, which match images found at the Maya site Chichen Itza in Mexico. This styling of the copper plate is strongly suggestive of Mayan artistic influence. The argument he makes that there is a Maya-Georgia connection and quite compelling. Okay, and it's not even just Georgia, but it's everything below Georgia, including Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Because you can't, especially Florida, you know what I'm saying, when you go down, you have to come through this landmass to get down to where, you're saying that these artifacts are similar to, right? So let's keep it moving. Perhaps not coincidentally, a copper plate described as being stylistically similar to the Georgia plates were found in Mississippi as well. Just like I said, in 1930s in Claiborne County, farmer Spurgeon Magnum came upon human bone remains while plowing near, on his property. So, like I was saying, so now you seeing a trail. So you seen one in Georgia, now you seeing one in Mississippi, and now, you know what I'm saying, you only can put the pieces together, they came up here. There's different types of migrations, and if you saying if you saying that in these mounds were European artifacts as well, then you're saying that the European was here before 1492. That's what you're saying without even knowing you're saying it. And that's where people, I think, is missing. That's why I think it's hard to make that connection about telling the story from 1492. Why don't, Where my razors at? Yeah, these the ones in the box though. You know what I'm talking about? These the ones you gotta might gotta got a motherfucker thumping. So yeah, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. If you are, let me see, we got 2 people. Hit that like button, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna read the lesson. Y'all probably already read it while I eat my raisins, but an expert in Native American copper plates who examined an artifact in 1951 stated that it was similar in style to 4 copper plates found in Etowah Mounds in Georgia. The plate depicts a complete human figure in ceremonial garb with wing elements. Due to the damage and photographic techniques of the 1950s, only poor crawler images exist today. A stone disc decorated with told textile work, a copper plate with Maya imagery. These artifacts strongly suggest a Mesoamerican presence in ancient Mississippi. The Issaquah disc is currently on display at the Ohio History Center in Columbus. Okay, Ohio, Illinois, Chicago. Y'all are my family. St. Louis, Memphis, you are family. Don't forget to come home. Don't forget to come home. That's love. The Issaquah is currently on display at the Ohio History Center in Columbus. The artifact is an important piece of history and should be on display at the Mississippi Museum. The citizens of Mississippi researchers have the right to examine the object and draw their own conclusions to better understand the ancient history of the state. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's more to come on that. It's more to come on that. We're gonna get into that Pearl River for real, especially at Pearlington, man. You know, and it's gonna deal with the copper. Yeah, we got copper. The same copper that was taken from here, we find it over there in Europe. Yeah. Yep. So somebody gonna have to explain that. I can explain how white people may be, you know what I'm saying, been over here to do what they do so well. You know what I'm saying? And if they been figured us out, this trade route, you know what I'm saying? You have some in African stories about them being over here before Columbus and having trade routes going. You know what I'm saying? But you had to be a Pan-African to believe that it'd be true. Yeah. Yeah, we come from that, man. But guess what? The genealogy gonna check everybody. The genealogy is gonna check everybody. And that's what pulled me away from being a Pan-African. I had my family told me, handed me an obituary. They were trying to look for the longest, and I just got my hands on that obituary. My mama gave it to me probably about a month ago, man. I was so happy to see that word in the open. I was like, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There we go. Hey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You heard me? So, we on views, man, but you know what I'm saying? It's a great feeling. It's kind of like that feeling after you get, you know, as a Christian, when you got saved, and you felt new. I remember them days. You know what I'm saying? But my journey might not be it ain't gonna be your journey, but you know what I'm saying? It's been a process mentally, a transition from a school of thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So many school of thoughts, man, and it's like each one of them is like It don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even with the African part, I'm not saying I'm not like, fundamentally black. You know what I'm saying? But that's just part of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all the way black. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if you copper tone, copper color. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just look at you, my brother, my sisters. Goddamn, before I look to you first before I look anywhere else. Why can't we all be like that? Before we start talking about where we from, set tripping. You set tripping. And that's always been, like when I ate, but that's what I learned in Cali, on that West Coast. I was on that real Inglewood. Y'all look. I ain't been back to Cali since my senior year in high school, 02. I'm there about to be 40. You feel me? And it was a reason why I couldn't go to Inglewood High. I couldn't go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't, like, it's rough. I remember getting checked by 2 Mexicans on the way. I was walking to the mall. Shout out to Sloss. I've been all the way to Sloss and Swap Meet. Nigga, like, I was on Vermont. 1 or 2 in Vermont. You got, man, I remember going down to Hollywood, right? And I was like wondering, like, where's everybody? In 02, where is everybody? Where are the stars? And I knew right then, like, you probably just gotta know somebody, because they were not out. But we was in Beverly Hills though. We seen Family Matters, people out there, Harriet, whatever her name was. She stay out there, Beverly Hills. Seen that. But anyway, man, yeah, man, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap on the Mounds stuff, man. But just a true message to you, how I feel on my heart right now. Just enjoy life. Yeah, take it a day at a time and enjoy it, every moment of it. My dad is coming in town, so I'm gonna spend some family time with my kids and stuff. Take them to the park right quick before I go see my pops. You know what I'm saying? And today is a beautiful day on the Gulf Coast. And he coming from Cali. You know what I'm saying? So, but he Mississippi at heart, George County, countrified. For real. You know what I'm saying? We have camp meetings. We don't have family family reunions. They call them camp meetings. Camp meetings. But I hope everybody's doing well, man. We still in this pandemic, man. They still got restrictions and regulations we gotta follow, and then we just waiting for everything to bloom again, so we can really get out and me being boots on the ground and exploring. To my point, not my point, but my next point. I had a vision of doing an event here on the Gulf Coast. It's gonna be like the first Gulf Coast Black Powwow. The first Gulf Coast Black Powwow. That might not be the name of it. We had a name of Vibe, but I got that name from my brother Jai Keaton. You know what I'm saying? He created the Vibe, but I might just have to take it and make it even bigger. That my bro, man. He came on here a few weeks ago. Y'all need to check out that episode, man. That's the economic development. He's the deputy of economic development in the city of Jackson, Mississippi, in the state capital. So he overlooking millions of funds to allocate to the city appropriately. And he's on. I got him speaking, man. True wisdom, man, and good dude. You know what I'm saying? We came up in an entrepreneurial background together here on the Gulf Coast. Recognizing the real in high school. Even before that, cause we, went to school together and all that good stuff. But yeah, the event, I'm gonna try to have him out. Of course, I want to implement doing some genealogy starters. It'd be like something like a speaker can start people. This is the tips to get started with your genealogy, and it'd be not only for the indigenous people. This is like an African Indian collabo. How about that? Not only, and I don't think I should turn it into like a diatribe, but at least a dialogue where respectfully though, you know what I'm saying? Or I might just have it, I'm thinking about a dialogue where like a panel or something, but in the form of a panel, and I'm thinking about just, a nice representation of a certain profession would do, like a lawyer, and how they may be available for, any kind of indigenous matter of, whatever you want to, or question that you have in that regard. They might can go over that. Might have a farmer, a person with, that has some land around this thing, got a farm on that, got some, what I'm saying? They know about the seasons and when to plant stuff, but something, they going to that starter kit that you can take home and apply to your everyday life to better your everyday life. I want to do that. So I'm putting that in the universe. I don't care if anybody else doing it or what they. I'm gonna do it because I have all the tools to throw an event. I DJ. I have lighting. I have equipment. I have cameras. Hella cameras. I have studios. Got whatever photo booths. You name it, because that's what I do. That's my business. That's and it's full-fledged, full-time. I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's time. I've been looking for ways to kind of give back in a sense. I do, like free photography, some, what I'm saying? I go out some of the events, and I give back, and I have those documented. I have those documented, and you gotta push, yourself to do something different, and I think, as it been set before my eyes with, first No Grandma's Killer Tour, shout out to Moon, Phoenix Moon. Shout out to my chief when it comes to this online indigenous community warfare. K, he brought, I seen him and Bro Sanchez get on Unc, and at the time I was a Pan-African really, and this conversation, I love Unc really, man, because he was the key of the African knowledge. So as a Pan-African, we loved him. You know what I'm saying? He was, but until, cause I was I'm flat earther too, and I was listening to Bro Sanchez. Then somehow Unc ended up being on the channel, and not only Unc was on there, Warfare K, or Copper Color K was on there at that time. And ever since then, man, I just had a new perspective on the information that was brought on the table in that particular build, which I'll probably display it in another build. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this event as, I'm the first to do this and the third. When it comes to Lincoln, I've been throwing parties. I've been doing this probably before, many of you. You know what I'm saying? But, for the purpose, not with the, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing events with the purpose through the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and they give back scholarships, for the people. So it's there, but I feel like this, when it comes to genealogy being the focal point or the inspiration behind this event, it goes along the lines with what's been put out with no grandma killer tour. Also, I ain't trying to mix the two names, but big shout out to Big Aboriginal Power, and their crew. Even though we on the other side, man, I want to give a shout out to them, and they understand I'm on the other side, but I see something in them that they don't see. I see that this can happen. I see that we can unite. They might not be right now. Right now is bad timing, but I actually talk to these individuals, and it's a time and place for everything. And when it's dealing with time, sometimes the air just need to be cleared, and before the grass get greener, right? But yeah, I'm excited to be a part of the solution. You know what I'm saying? To help my people, or just when I was a Pan Africa, it was the same thing. I wanted to liberate my people. I wanted to create solutions to help my people get out. You know what I'm saying? And come up. You know what I'm saying? So, it was the same deal. So, and I see that, the indigenous community or Aboriginal community, Indian community, whatever you want to call it, it's just falling apart to some degree. And I only mean that it's not enough unity amongst us all. And it's probably we probably have to live with that, and we can. But most of this information, we should be rocking the same. If you're Aboriginal, to this land, then we should have the proof, and we should have that voice to say otherwise. That we're not saying that you're lying, but when you tell it, it's really a half truth. You're not telling the full story. That's what I want this event to be about. I want the full story. I want an African to tell this story, and I want the Indian to tell his story. So that we can have amongst ourselves all the brethren, all the sisters and brothers and the aunties, and everybody can have something to take home from this conversation. Just a thought, but it is gonna happen. Rather, nobody supports it now. I'll be sitting there on the mic myself, guys. But if you are interested in, I don't know, helping out, want to be, let me know who you are. Send me a message, Brother Lawrence 228@gmail.com. Brother Lawrence 22. Let me see. We'll play with these motherfucking tabs right quick. I think I'm supposed to be create banner. I just want to say, brother. See, now you want to Brother Lawrence 228 at gmail.com. gmail.com. Let's see. I try to put the band on there so there. I'm thinking about doing something from the universe, man, and with some, hope something come back. But that's all I really wanted to cover, man. I wanted to make sure y'all stay up on game about the Pearl River project that me and Eric Newsom got going. I also wanted to give y'all that information about the Indian Mounds on the Gulf Coast, right? And I also wanted to tell you about the event. So this is pretty much going to conclude the show today, man. It's been so good to be back. I really don't want to go, but I do got the family waiting on me. We're going to have to get it in another time. And when I do come back, we're going to talk about how that connection, we're going to talk about that connection with saying white people being over here, and we're going to use the Pearl River to to back that claim. Okay. All right. So, it's up. It's Brother Lawrence 228 right there. If y'all want to get at me about anything, genealogy, about the